negative right now.
I know that.
I just want you to understand that.
I know that.
I never kissed another man. I never went out with another man. I never entertained the wrong conversation. I never cheated in my head. I never did anything. I was 190% committed to that man. And this is what you did?
Unfiltered. Gather, my people, gather. We have a meeting. I am not even gonna lie. When I saw this, it caught me off guard, just a little bit, but not necessarily for the reasons that y'all think it did. See, I already knew that divorce was on the horizon for these two.
The fact of the matter is, I don't trust you no more. And I can't give my heart to you ever again.
Now, Debs, how did you know they were getting a divorce? God told me. You see how fast you shut people up by saying that? I'm telling you this, guys. I have been telling you this. Because now that I've said it, now what? But in all seriousness, I did not talk to God about them one time. Me. This situation, if you ask me, this was never God's will. But what did take me by surprise, just a little bit, guys, is him filing for it. I have to say, it caught me a little bit. I was like, him. And that fact right there, guys, that changed the entire conversation for me. So you already know your girl. I have a gazillion things to say about this. Guys, I have so much to say. So go ahead, guys. Get comfortable. Get a blanket. Get a snack. You know how we do. Put your earphones in, depending on where you're at, because we are about to get into it. Y'all ready? Let's get into it.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often.
Now, guys, before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, guys, hey, we are going in. I feel like today's video, I'm going to help at least one person. Somebody's going to watch this and see themselves in this entire situation. And I don't say this lightly because, see me, you already know me. When it comes to relationship and calling out toxicity, I'm your girl. I'm very passionate about this. As some of y'all know, I have been through it. Can't wait to talk about it either. Be a real testimony for the people. But I am real quick when it comes to calling out toxicity when I see it. Now, small warning for the guys here, because we have a couple of men amongst our family. So a small warning, I am going in on Teddy today. Now listen, I don't want you to think I'm coming for all the brothers, for all the men, that's not who I am. Because I know there are some good, clean men walking around this earth. I know this. They're probably all on one tiny island. But they exist. So yes, this situation, we are going to break it all the way down. Because sometimes, guys, it's just not about the gossip. Sometimes it is about the lesson that is hiding inside the mess. For the people that do not know the backstory to all of this, now, you have been living under a rock, but you know how I do, guys. You know how I give you the story. I don't like a half story. I have to give you the full. That's me. That's Debs. So we're going to bring it back just a little bit. So Tina Campbell, guys, is a 51-year-old gospel artist. She has 8 siblings and she has 4 kids with Teddy. And she's also a stepmother to one of his daughters, Sierra. But together they have 4 kids. And let me tell you something, guys. Her life has not been easy. She always has been very successful within her career as a gospel artist. But I think that people really resonated with her when she stepped her toe, as I always say, into reality TV. That's when people really saw a different side to her. She was a very down-to-earth chick. She was raw, really unfiltered. But the thing that people like the most is that she was relatable. And if you ask me, sometimes a little bit too relatable, maybe. But the people ate it up, and they tuned in to that reality show, Mary Mary, religiously. And that's also where we got introduced to her husband, Teddy Campbell. Now, some people might have known him because he is a musician and he was dabbling and doing this music. But a lot of people got to know him on that reality show. And let me tell you, from the moment we tuned in and we saw that whole dynamic, we saw that whole marriage, it was not giving what it was supposed to give. We were like, this man, let's see. We were tuning in. And while this was all going on, and we were following Mary, their career basically, making a new album, I think that was, everything was playing out before our eyes, guys, in real time, within their marriage. So that's when we found out that Teddy, that man, he was stepping out. And when I say stepping out, guys, I don't mean once. I mean multiple times. Multiple women, guys. Not a one-time slip. Ongoing behavior. A whole pattern. And then when I look at this man, and I look at him, Teddy, you going Casanova style. I don't know what the infatuation is with this man. Going left and right like a Jezebel. This one. Guys, he stepped out, left, right, did this. He was slinging it. But the thing that made everything worse is when we found out that one of the situations that he stepped out was with her assistant.
Someone actually who knows me very well, they were watching me on the reality show, and I was always saying, I could leave all of this. I'm just be with my husband, and I don't need none of this, just me and Teddy, and they can have this. And they were like, listen, I hate to have to say this to you, and I followed the information that I found out for 6 months to make sure it was true, because I don't want to break your heart, but don't stop doing what you're doing, because you might need to take care of you and your kids. So they told me about 2 of them, right? I had talked to my husband 2 days before I was in New York, and I talked to him and I was like, listen, honey, I got reason to believe there's something that's going on, and I need you to be, I'm coming to you, because I love you and I want to be able to work through whatever this is, and I need you to tell me. We stayed on the phone for 1 hour and 8 minutes. He didn't give me nothing. So when we came home, the person who it was, she used to work for me, and so that broke my heart. She was like a godmother to my children. She had access to my home to come get my kids, and all that kind of stuff was very, mixed in our family. And so I called, and she didn't answer her phone. So when we got home, it was Super Bowl Sunday, I said, come upstairs. I said, are you having an affair with her? And he said, no. I said, call her. While we doing this, I was like, call her. And so he did. And he was like, Tina wants to know, and da-da-da-da-da. And I said, are you sleeping with my husband? And she hung up the phone, so I had my answer. So it broke my heart. It devastated me, and I spazzed out.
Can you imagine your assistant coming forth, telling you she slept with her man? This would be enough for me to lose my entire head of hair, to lose all my weight and sit there like a skeleton, just sit there on the couch, just freezing. Assistant, the one that you share everything with, probably told her. That's why I always say, don't tell the people what your man does, what he does for you, what this, what that. Hush. Now they're sitting at home wondering, I never had that. He did this. Hey, guys, when I tell you, don't ask me shit. I don't have sex with my man. I don't do nothing. Don't ask me. You have to know who you talk to. I don't know about a good bestie. Even my besties, okay, we share a little one too, but be careful. So imagine, guys, watching this woman in real time trying to hold on for dear life to her marriage, while the truth was coming out piece by piece, guys, in front of the whole world. Now let Teddy tell it. God told him he was about to be exposed. Here we go with the God told him again. Oh, guys, when I tell you I hate this, I hate it.
I felt like I heard God audibly speak to me. It was in my soul. I heard him say, you're going to be exposed. It was like and I was terrified after I felt and heard him say, your sins are going to be exposed.
Now, Teddy, let me tell you something. You didn't hear God say shit. Let me tell you how this went. And you had a fallout with this woman. This woman, for the longest, had been threatening you. I'm going to say this. I am going to tell you if you don't leave her. Because, some women think you're going to leave the man. Because that's what you guys promised. Now, their head is so discombobulated, they believe it. I'm going to leave her in 2 months and 3, because when that child is 4 years, then I can leave more easily. And maybe, now, okay, 4 years. You are starting the countdown. 4 years, 4, 3, 2. They're never going to leave. Leave who? So now, you had this whole thing with this woman. And she's telling you, listen, by tomorrow, if you don't tell. Now you sit there in an interview and you're telling us that you heard God told you were about to be exposed. When I tell you I'm so sick of the God said, I am so sick of it. Now, God didn't tell you this, but the devil didn't tell you that either. But I will get in your ass later, Teddy. I'm not done with you yet. Wait. See, first, I would like to talk a little bit about our sisterly support, too. Because I think that part is very important as well. Especially from Christian women. I see this all the time. The message that they give and the support that they offer often comes in the form of God will fix it. Stay and pray. Or something like God will work it out. Now, I know if you believe in God, then that is what you're supposed to lean on him through difficult times. And I'm not saying by any means, and I need you to look me in the eye. I'm not saying that the first difficult thing that comes here, bam, you have to get a divorce and now because I know a lot of people in my comments, even though I don't give my private information, were you ever married? You don't know nothing about marriage. Married or not, and I'll leave it to you if I was married. Married or not, I use common sense. Common sense. This is a covenant you guys have. I'm not saying the first difficult part, you got to leave each other. Oh, God, you're sick. Bye. I'm not saying this. So I understand that the message oftentimes is God fixes everything. And he does. But listen to me, people. Sometimes God don't want to fix it. Tina, look at me. Sometimes God don't want to fix it. We steady sitting there. Please, Lord, please. Fasting. Please, this man, restore us. While God showed you 564 times that he does not want to fix it. He shows you discombobulation after discombobulation to show you should discern, my daughter. This is not going to work. But here we steady, please fast another month. Please, this Lord, restore. God doesn't always want to fix a broken clock. Sometimes he just wants you to get another clock, a new one, please. You're hanging on to a piece of trash for dear life. He does not want this. You are part of his kingdom. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to flourish. He wants you to, here you go, hanging on to a piece of trash, please, please. Oh, God. Now, let me calm down because, when I get hot, here it comes. Then the accent comes and everything. I don't want. Let me calm down. But I'm really serious, guys. This is why some of the situations keep repeating themselves. Keep repeating. Asking God to fix the unrepairable. When he showed you what it is, but he wants you to make this decision. That's what he wants. Now, I have been through it. I am no role model for nobody because I have been through it. But that's why I can be a testimony. Don't do this. All I'm trying to say, guys, is that some of these women have whole communities of pray and stay around them. And these women sometimes end up having nervous breakdowns. And let's get really serious. Some end up dead even. They end up dead, guys.
I have been trying since the very beginning. The situation gets a little worse, and then I try to forgive, and it gets a little worse, and I try to forgive. You gonna keep adding people? You gonna keep adding people? You gonna keep adding people? I thought we had a good life just like everybody else watching. I thought we was the ideal relationship just like everybody else. And I got to find out in front of the whole goddamn world that all of my life was a lie? And you want me to quote scriptures right now? I had hope when all of this started, when I let the whole world know about it. I thought we was healing because he had me thinking that we was healing. You can't keep telling me stuff a little bit. You wait 3 months, then you tell me something else. Then you wait 2 weeks, and you tell me something else. You torturing me, man. You torturing me. Break my heart once. You gonna break my heart every month? You taking all the strength that I got inside of me. Just give it all to me. Knock me all out at once. I got a knockout punch every week. That's too much for anybody, Erica. It's too much, Erica.
I know.
It's too much.
I know.
It's too much.
I know.
Just because your mom said you should stay, your cousin said you would stay, you're in that small community. And now they're gone. This is a real problem, guys. Some of these men are the biggest baboons, the biggest baboon cowards walking this earth. Baboon, I don't know how you say it. But the biggest ones, they will never tell you they want to leave the relationship. They will never tell you they don't want to do this anymore. Because what they will lose by ending this relationship is way more by what they're gaining now, whether it's stress or whatever. So they won't leave you. He gets way more out of you than what you get out of them.
He said,
I broke it.
if you divorce me, I'm going to pursue you till I get you back.
I did tell her.
And I was like, I didn't know.
She knew I
know
meant it.
exactly where we were in our house when that man said that. And I was like, he means it.
Letting the woman go, and especially a woman with 4 kids or whatever. You got 4 kids for him, by the way. 4 you pushed out, and this piece of, hey, guys. But anyway, letting the woman go will cost them more. So what they do is they rather you lose it all. And when I say all, your dignity, your weight, all your hair sitting there with one piece, one strand, your sanity. A type of man like that will take everything from you instead of setting you free, humiliate you down to the floor.
He had a song that was called, the song was called Sincerely. Get away from me, sincerely.
It was sincerely. But
You
it was,
tryna-
but everybody thought we was saying sincerely, sincerely.
That's
like,
dope.
But it was
I gotta
sincerely.
tell them these words.
Yeah.
The song said, "You trying to take everything I own, my wife, my kids, my home, all because of your sexy ways. I'll be picking up the pieces for the rest of my days. Get away from me." And I'm in the audience like, yeah. I didn't know that it was real.
Get away from me, sincerely. It was Funky James Brown. Get away from me.
And
You
then he had
actually
another.
wrote that about your life?
If this ain't the most hypocritical shit I ever heard in my entire life, I don't know what is. Guys, please chime in. Because when I see these clips, and we have all seen this, but when I see this again, it makes my blood pressure just rise. So your narcissistic, manipulative ass sits there and comes up with the bright idea to make a song about you cheating and you potentially losing your family and your wife, while you see your wife bopping her head to the song like it's the greatest jam. And in your sick mind, because this is how it works for me in my mind. I'm going to tell you, Teddy. So in your mind, by making this song, you know how it went in your head? You have a feeling like you kind of confessed. You put the song out there, and it is like a half a confession. Not even the song and seeing your wife bop her head to that song made you believe that you had to stop. Now, the people are going to tell me and my unfiltered fam here that it's the devil. The devil, this is spiritual warfare, this witchcraft, and the devil got a hold of him there, and that's why he couldn't break out of it. He couldn't. He prayed. He went on his knees, and still he found himself in her pussy again because people, please, stop this now. I'm begging you. Please stop this.
I realized at that point, I was like, man, I don't think I'm saved. Even if I was, I was too immature. I was too much in the flesh. I didn't have no control. It was something savage about me in the flesh. Like something was very not holy.
And you have the nerve, Teddy, to sit there with another discombobulated fool like Laterras. Hey, God, Laterras, you know I haven't been on your ass for months, but I got some things in my email. I'll let you live. You're newly married, but don't tempt me. Now you sit there with this discombobulated fool as Laterras. You sit there slapping God's name on your behavior. God said this, and God showed me this, and God told me this. It makes my skin peel, guys. I have no skin left. It makes my hair follicles pop. I can't take this. And you, Laterras, sit there co-signing it, knowing good and damn well your ass, because you are catching a stray right now from me, knowing good and damn well that your ass cheated 400 times. Now you sit there, yes. Did that happen to you too? God said, yeah. Hard posture, because that's your favorite word. Hard posture change and a hard posture. So imagine, after all of this man making a song and everything comes out in the open, you are still being encouraged to stay with this piece of crap meat of a man. And not only that, your discombobulated ass, because you are so manipulated and so indoctrinated, you said yes. You actually stayed. And you know why? Because this narcissistic piece of waste of a man managed to flip the story, managed to flip the whole narrative and tell you that this song was basically the greatest blessing from God. This was God's gift to the both of you.
Also, what he did, it was so beautiful. Thank you for bringing that out. What he also did, though, was he gave you something you could hold on to.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. For her to bring that song up. That's what I'm saying. Because she's bringing the song up.
Like when
you sang this song, you was out there wilding out on me.
Because she can have a different heart posture. She'd be like, this is the most hypocritical song I ever heard.
Exactly.
And she could hate it.
Don't miss it. So God knows me. God communicates to me in song. My communication is through music. I mean, he was orchestrating that thing while the sin was still going.
Hey, guys. You see this, guys. Sadly enough, this is very common. Happens every day.
Was divorce an option?
Yeah. The flesh, my flesh, right here, the girl, not the spirit, not the Christian. The girl was like, I can't do it. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Now listen, Tina, as a Christian, you should have said no too. And I'm going to tell you why. Because see what I don't get, Tina. You as a big Christian, You forgot the word. Now, I might not know a lot, but I do know what the Bible says about all of this. Here I go with scripture, guys, because sometimes you have to give the message with scripture. Some people only listen to you because otherwise they don't hear shit. They only listen to you when you lead with scripture. So I'm going to lead with scripture now. Exodus 20, verse 14. You shall not commit adultery. Tina, you know this one. Hebrews 13, verse 4. God will judge the adulterer. All right, but then this one I like even better. Proverbs 6, verse 32. He who commits adultery lacks sense. Kind of like your husband, Tina. Lacks all the sense. Senseless. Whoever does so destroys himself. He's on the path of destruction from the beginning. We could have seen this. It was no match. It was absolutely no match. One big chaotic tsunami this man was. We were looking at it like, what's the infatuation with this one? So again, whoever does so destroys himself. But he did not only destroy himself, he destroyed you too, Tina, along the way. So let's be honest, the Bible is very consistent with this, Tina. Infidelity is a sin, and repeated infidelity is a sign of unrepented behavior. Now, I know that, the Bible said forgiveness is possible. But let's be honest here, because you have to say the whole thing. Forgiveness is possible, but God expects some sort of change. Accountability, self-control, all the things, Tina, that your husband does not have.
I was 190% committed to that man. And this is what you did every time I was gone?
Listen, guys, heaven will not reward you for staying with a cheating husband. Absolutely not. Now, some of us might want to stay, and some of us might want to cope with it. And, especially if it's a one-time thing, someone shows you they want to do better. If that is what you want, that is what you want. You as a human. But God is not rewarding you for going to struggle and pain just because you stayed. That's not how it works. I'm very sorry. This is what some of us humans want, coming with this God told me nonsense. It's the same thing when I hear, and I always say this, guys, when I hear the women say, God told me this is my husband. God didn't tell you not one thing. Now, it might have been of God that you found that particular man, because some of you, you find each other in a very, oh my God, what are the odds that we found each other and we have the same date of birth and the same, and our dad's names are the same, and you go all in. Oh, it's God. It's not always this way. You still have to use your discernment that he gave you. Now, it could be that you found the love of your life, could be. And you used your discernment to pick out the right man. Here he comes. And I said it, ask the people, ask my subscribers, my lovely fam, ask the cousins. I said this multiple times. But to say God told you and God whispered in your ear, it's him. God doesn't do that. Please, someone co-sign. And God also does not reward you for no foolishness, nor does he support it. But you will get the same lesson time after time. There are women and men sitting right now. I've been one of them. They've been sitting. Why do I always get the same toxicity, men? And always, isn't there one normal person? But what you forget and what you leave out, and it's very hard, it's very tough, I know this, because this is the part of accountability. But the thing is, you leave out the part that you always go for them. 10 men in a row, you pick out just that one. Because there are certain traits about that particular piece of that you like. And you recognize it in the next one. This one I want. This one. Again, discombobulated. So we also have to look at those patterns. Like, why is it? Do I have something to do with it maybe? Let's see. Same comes from me. I'm not exempt. But I'm just telling it like it is. And God is just watching. And all these things that he gave us, discernment, and we just throw it to the wayside. All the while praying God to restore you with your biggest ops. To restore you with the enemy. Your life has been glitching for years. Still, you keep pushing, restart. Glitching. Now, let your big sis tell it. Your cousin, I'm talking to my nieces. I'm talking to the cousins. You better go to 2 or 3 months. Some are very fast. It's about 1 or 2 weeks. Now, I'm not one of the fast ones, but you better go to 2-3 months of heartbreak. Tug it out. Take it like a soldier. Wear your helmet of salvation. Cry. Sit with your girls. If you don't have girls, you don't have to. You have God. Sit with him. Talk. Cry it out. Reflect. And then pick yourself up. like we women know how to do. One thing about us, bounce back. Hey, guys, But don't press restart. Don't aggravate God by asking him the same shit he shows you he does not want. Putting back a new battery in this broken clock. No, this battery is not good. I'm going to put another battery. The clock needs to go. It's done. It's broken. But I'm telling you guys, a jealous, reckless, low self-esteem, low value type of man will pull some tricks on you guys that take you all the way from your house to a loony bin. Let me tell you this. And we see that with Tina right now. You have been sleeping with the enemy for years. Had 4 kids for him. Discombobulated. Made less music, let yourself go, everything. For him to turn around and ask for a damn divorce. A divorce that you asked for multiple times.
Yesterday, TMZ reported that Tina Campbell's husband filed for divorce after more than 20 years of marriage. They got married back in 2000 and reportedly separated in 2024. So yeah, this is a long-term relationship coming to an end.
And then here you go, Tina, because you came forth. And you said you wanted to go in prayer with the people. Now, when I saw it, I was like, that's nice. That is really nice. We have some prayer together and this and that. So you started. I was like, yes. But then you wanted us to believe that, you're praying. And I'm listening to the subliminals. Now you're praying because the devil is working.
Because the devil out there acting a straight up fool. I don't know what y'all dealing with. But man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't marriage, it's the kids. If it ain't your emotions, it's your health. If it ain't that, it's your finances. It's always something that the devil's trying to hit us with. It's just always accusing. It gets intimidating when you're trying to do the will of the Lord and the devil is constantly fighting.
Now, sis, let me tell you something. You have been praying for people that have been going through. And that is what this whole prayer was about and whatever. But when it comes to you, sis, when it comes to you, the devil is not working. Now, it might be on different aspects of your life. I don't know. I don't know you. But when it comes to this relationship and everything, because that's what we think you are alluding to, since he just asked for a divorce. When it comes to you, the devil is not working, sis. God is blessing you. I don't know what it takes for me to tell you how this thing is, how it goes. God is blessing you. God has the final say. Now, he showed you 564 million times that this man is a piece of trash. You didn't want to listen. And now he put it in his heart to leave your ass because you are not taking the step.
Y'all, she was never going to divorce that man, okay? Y'all seen how Tina Campbell's husband filed for divorce? The audacity of that man. But like I said, she was never going to leave. Like, I don't know why it be those certain type of Christian women. I don't know if it's because they are so indoctrinated. Like, I don't know the reasoning. But it be those type of women. And you want so much better for them. Like, you want them to leave they cheating.
He gave you sign after sign. You didn't take it. Now he redirected and shifted his energy onto Teddy to put in his heart to set you free. Now listen, allegedly, because I do not know what happened. None of us knows really. Now, if we know, I'm going to insert it. But we don't know the full. And I don't think, even if you put out a statement, we will never know the full. But I know that God had a hand in this. Your mental was suffering, sis.
I've been in hiding, y'all, for 7 years. I come out every now and then and do something with Mary, but for the most part, I say no to everything. I turn down money. I turn down opportunities. I turn down career moves. I turn down all of that, and I've been doing it for 7 years.
You see? Spirit of depression. Now let some church people tell you, there's no such thing as depression, and depression is not of God. You didn't go out for 7 years, been in the cut, low-key. Why? Not living, not recording, not making money. You see all the things you say. If you are in a very flourishing, very, healthy relationship with this man that is pushing you forward and being the best self, you think you would be in the house for 7 years, not going anywhere, not making money, not doing nothing for yourself? You think that's how it works? Tina, let me tell you something. You know what it is and what it means to lay up with somebody for over 20 years. 20 years. With someone that is actually meant for the streets. Going in and out of your body. Laying next to you. You know what that does with your mental, with your mood, with your spirit. Dims it. Your light is dimmed. Entertaining a Jezebel for over 20 years is insanity. That will make you go insane. Now, Teddy, I don't know what your motive is for this divorce. Now, I know we'll find out later. But I have a feeling it's about something slick. Now, I'm not saying you cheated again but something happened, whereas you want to be ahead of the game. Because let's be honest, Teddy, she attempted to delete your ass before.
I destroyed 3 cars. I cut up and crashed up and tried to stab and plotted murders and all kind of crazy stuff because I was angry.
Bullet holes. You see bullet holes in car. Tina. So I think, Teddy, that you have a real, you're kind of, I don't know if it's something you did, whereas you were like, let me divorce first, because if this comes out this time, she's really going to delete me. I don't know. It could be something totally different, but speculation. But let me tell you something, Teddy. I'm watching you real close. And then saying that God told you and God didn't do. You think God was in your heart. Because you talk about God and big and how he worked with you and how. You think that if that was really the case, and you really been in connection with God, you would put your wife through all of this time after time after time after time. The only reason for you to do this and just time after time is that you are Lucifer himself. Because I cannot believe if you tell me that you are of God, that this is what you do. And that the flesh is weak, Deb. And sometimes the flesh, oh my goodness. When I hear things like that, I want to block people immediately. I cannot. It's too low vibrational for me. You need to wake up to keep up with me. You need to be awake. I'm sorry. This is how I talk to all my nieces, all my friends. This is how we talk to each other. Give each other the real. Wake up. So Tina says, if you do not call the biggest event planner of your city to throw you the biggest party there ever was, I don't know what to tell you anymore. Because this deserves a party. Him, because in his mind, he released you. You are released from his discombobulated foolishness. You know how happy I am for you, sis. That you are free of this. I love this for you. Now, if you weren't a Trump supporter, Tina, I would gladly accept the invitation to come to this party. I would have. Absolutely. But since you're a Trump supporter, I cannot accept. But I would have came. And Tina, listen to me, because this is also what I want to ask you. Don't let this be a build-up to a new reality TV series where this is all going to play out, because we ain't watching. We are not watching, Tina. Don't let this be that. Let this be done. And to all my women, all my peeps that need to hear this, please don't wait for things to fall apart before you choose yourself. Because love is one thing. And, it comes with a lot of things. We might be wired like this. A lot of generational trauma and everything, especially for the black women. We are so used to suffering. But suffering is not a requirement for love, guys. But anyway, guys, we are going to keep watching this story unfold. Now, if there's anything news that we need to discuss, could be, I'm coming back. You already know your girl. I have a feeling this is not the end. Now, let me know what you guys think. What did you think of this video, guys? What do you think of this whole divorce? Are you happy for her? Do you still feel like she needs to work it out? Oh, God. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys, because I know you have got some opinions about this. I know my peeps. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe like you always do, guys. I love the love. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.